Hello and welcome to Short Circuits. Hey Devin,
What? What you want,
this
bro?
this is episode 10.
10? We have that
10.
many?
This
Ugh,
is
what
the
have we what are
10th.
we doing with our lives?
Well, I feel like we should be hired. No, I didn't.
Yeah, if we recorded every time we did every time we played, we would have had like 100 right now.
But that's not quality content. We're trying to get quality content out
Eh.
there. So we have some interesting things going on today. We've found another weird anomaly in the matrix of Gran Turismo 7. Um, Devin and I play a lot of multiplayer, and we realized that the coding for multiplayer isn't as good as the rest of the game, which is unfortunate
Y-
because Gran Turismo Sport was a lot more fun multiplayer-wise and competitive, whereas this is just confusing. As you
yeah,
see with
there's three different physics settings for each of different modes. So like story mode has one physics setting, online multiplayer like between friends and whatnot is a different setting, and then the sport mode is another setting.
yeah, I miss the good old days of GT Sport where we were competitively having fun and making decent money. But
Yeah,
you know,
now we're given pennies to have
yeah.
fun, which
But
is
that's
kind of annoying.
that's but that's why we have that race where we can make half a million every 30 minutes, and that helps out. If you haven't
Yeah,
seen that race or that video, go click below. It's somewhere in the YouTubes. I
yeah.
might.
Click on his face, and then when it goes to his channel, click on the
No,
what is
my
it
face
called?
isn't there anymore. I put up a new a new icon.
Oh, you wanted to spare them.
Yeah, I didn't want to break their screens as much as I break everything else. So today we're looking at raking cars. So we went and bought Shelby GT 350R 2016, completely stock as far as we can tell from the factory when we bought it. I think we paid 75 grand for it. The only thing we bought for it was a fully customizable suspension that we will be leaving mine stock, and Devin will be raking his more. Now, if you look at mine here, it's front 85 millimeters, rear 105 millimeters, so it's already raked a little bit. However, we found that the more you rake it, the more downforce you get, and it doesn't penalize tire wear or fuel consumption, surprisingly. So I don't know if the coders were just like, I can't be bothered. But it's very frustrating. However, we're going to do a straight line speed test. Then we're going to go and try and do a fuel consumption tire wear on a short oval track and see what we get out of that. And then we're going to swap it so that you can see if it works for me, because I also have a sneaky suspicion that because I'm always the host, it doesn't like me, so it's not going to work. So just for your reference, everything else is exactly how it came out of the box, except for Devin has adjusted his body height adjustments. Devin, what numbers did you go with?
So again, Drews are 85 and 105. Because I'm going to be raising the rear end, I raised the front a little bit as well, so I didn't drag the nose. I set my front to 90, and I set my rear to 180, which is its max.
Holy moly, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a drag car now.
Yeah, it definitely is, just without the fat tires in the back. All right, so we're gonna hop onto this. We are not gonna do the race. We're only gonna do a practice drag race. So I'm gonna head out on track, and I'm gonna back up to the start-finish line and kind of just stop there.
Are you on sports hards? Because I am.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
that's what came with the car.
And we're
Oh,
both on sports hards.
yeah. I mean, right now we're not too worried about that. And because we're gonna be, I'm gonna go
Good thing
outside
there's
the
no
car.
damage.
I I love hitting the e-brake. Oh, of course, you got a white car. Who would have thought?
Yeah, I ain't racist.
Oh, dude, really? Guess I'm going to cut
Back
that
at
out.
the start, what? I stood back at the pit entrance
No, why go back there? Come up here.
to get as much distance as possible to like start.
You
Because
really, you
remember
really think
how
we need?
we usually end up not maxed prior to hitting the hill. Well, I want to get as far away from the hill as I can.
Get over here.
I
Don't
do
be
what I
stupid.
want.
Don't be silly. You're really gonna start from there?
Yeah.
I'm at the line. Get over here.
Ugh, you're such a loser.
All right. Are we holding e-brake? You can't hold e-brake, so
Yeah, I can. I was just hitting the wrong button. Last time I was hitting NOS button,
So you were trying to
not the
DOS out and it's
E-Rake.
confusing everything. uh, just for you all to remember, Devin is on a steering wheel, so the buttons aren't normal. Oh, I gotta back up again. Alright, are you happy with this lineup? I can't really get any closer.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. We're basically just testing to see what the top
Alright,
speed is of both cars.
alright, count us down. On go, we're going.
3, 2, 1, go.
You
Oh,
put
I'm in
your
first.
wheels on. You're supposed to leave your wheels stock, jerk. Oh, I just noticed you cheated. So, what? I guess the rake didn't do anything for you?
I tried to start out in fourth because I am a genius.
So we need to start over?
Eh, maybe, but we could just start it at after the turn to where it's just a straightaway leading in.
Maybe.
All right. So what's your top speed so far?
170. Oh, I shifted into 6 and I have no RPM indication, meaning 6 is too high of a gear. Which is weird
Okay.
because
Well.
this is stock. I'm at 173.
Okay. Well, I am not riding his draft because this is supposed to be a unaltered comparison of cars, so using draft would undo that. But with the severe rake that I have, we both got to 170, so it seems pretty even.
Which is bad in itself. You should have no way of keep. I guess under speed it wouldn't matter. I can't hear my car.
All I hear is wind.
Yeah, me too. It's almost like it went into electronic mode.
Yeah, I'm up at 181. How about you?
184.
Alright, so it does affect the top speed by
Not
roughly
really.
4 miles an hour.
I'm dropping down again.
Well, yeah, but you still got up to 184. I got to 181, so 3 miles an hour.
Okay, which we're not going to worry about unless you're on a really long straight car. Or a really long
Yeah,
straight
so
track.
now we're gonna leave and go test the car against in the oval track to see how, like, the small oval. I can't think of the name, so that we can actually compare like how well we can take those turns, because those are turns at speed, and we'll probably have to slow down for them. So we'll see which car is better at downforce helpful races.
Alright, so we'll go in, make it 20 laps, because that should be enough. I'm going to put some tire wear on. And fuel consumption on. And is that it? That's everything.
Alright,
Do, do,
time
do.
to hop in. No join. Oh, it's because the track is still loading.
It's still loading in. Because you a bum.
There we go. Now I'm going in. So we don't really have to start a race or whatever.
Oh, we're
We can just
starting
go
a race.
around.
No, we're starting a race.
All right.
Now, what map are you going to put your tank in? Lean or leave it in? Oh.
I think I'm gonna leave it on 1 to see what the
Oh.
results are.
How many laps we can get? Just
Yeah.
leave it.
Because 1 is what it starts at, and then we don't have to worry about both of us forgetting.
Yeah. Oop. Forgot to let off the brake. Hey, I can hear the engine a little bit. It's weird. Like your car's bouncing around.
About to hit the wall.
Me too.
Good thing damage is off.
Yeah. For these scientific things, you gotta take out some variables, like damage. That's what they do in the real world, right?
I
In
think
real
so.
life. Oof. Oh, there you go. I gave you a
Thanks.
little helping hand. Oh, lost control. So my tires are absolutely getting destroyed on the right side, which I guess is kind of
Really?
normal. Yeah.
Where are they at?
Well, the front right's almost at 50% already.
Yeah, mine too.
Okay, so maybe this isn't the best car to test it out with, or maybe the
Or the
coatings.
best tire type. Honestly, kind of surprised the tires are wearing out this fast, considering their comfort.
Yeah, we're really struggling with this.
Yeah.
So, are we going to end up like the transmission where we go, I guess we just didn't prove anything, it's just questionable all around?
It's kind of hard to tell type of thing.
Yeah. Because I
Like
felt
I think we'd have to put on racing soft tires because racing soft tires will give a better like comparison of downforce capability because comfort tires are kind of
trash.
unforgiving when it comes to grit.
That and last night when we were racing, and we were on a normal track, I just felt you could go so much farther and so much longer on your tires than I could. And you keep crashing. Oh, I'm gonna run out of fuel. Are you gonna run out of fuel soon?
Nope. I'm
Really?
at a quarter tank right now.
Quarter tank left?
Yeah.
Well, you used a lot less fuel than me. So that right there is interesting. Because I ran out of fuel. I'm not gonna change my tires. No point.
Yeah, so with the downforce I have, I still did better with fuel than you, which is interesting. And I just now went red on my tire.
My tires have been red for a little bit. So I can get.
And that's red with that slide. It still didn't turn red yet.
So I can get 8 laps. I think it said 7.5 laps with one tank. The
Well,
way
let
I'm
me
racing. So when you pit,
come into the
tell me.
pit and see what it says. Now I'm out of fuel.
How did I get first before you pitted? Did you not make any progress?
Well, you have to keep in mind that I spun around and had to
Oh yeah, you suck at
keep
driving.
going. Alright, let's see how many laps it says I get when I fill up the tank. You said yours was 7 laps?
7.5 laps is what
Mine
it
is
came out to.
almost 10 laps.
So you get more fuel consumption. No,
I
sorry,
get
you
less fuel
less
consumption,
fuel
more
consumption,
laps,
and your
while having more downforce.
and my lap times are 19.0-ish, and so you're almost a full second quicker than me, unless you're just riding the walls to cheat. But
Nope,
I'm really
not riding
honestly
the walls.
I'm
Just
really honestly trying to
rocking.
drive this thing. So
Me too. That's what I'm doing right
I
now.
kind of want to. Do you want to just finish this race and try one more time with soft tires and see what we get, or medium tires at least?
Yeah, we only have 8 laps left, so it's no big deal.
I'm gonna have to pit before 8 laps is up. See that right there alone, that better fuel economy makes it worth raking the hell out of the car. Because you're talking, you said almost 10 laps, and I said
Yeah.
6.5 or 7.5.
Well, I went in. Oh, I didn't go in the pit. Sweet.
You said I said 7.5 or 6.5. I think it's 7.5.
Why is my pedal so sensitive?
What are you talking about? Did you?
I'm gonna have to go back into my settings. Somehow my gas and brake got set to the gas is either on or off. I was trying to figure out why I was like barely touching the gas and it was redlining.
So that could actually affect your fuel consumption more. So it's a good thing we're going to do another race to prove. I guess you should have
Yeah.
tested that stuff before we started the video. That's just bad video stuff. Sorry guys, it's all Devin's fault for being a bad video guy.
Well, if anything, that helps you,
Gives me
because
content.
I can't use variable fuel. I'm either using fuel or I'm not using fuel.
No, that's what I'm saying. So if you fix your pedals properly, then you'll use less fuel, so you'll get better consumption in the end. So that just proves there's plenty more room, considering you raked the car so bad. Now, is it hard to drive the car because it's raked so bad?
No, it's actually pretty manageable.
That shouldn't be a thing
And
either. I wonder what the balance of this car is, because I guarantee you it's not 50-50.
did you change out your tires when you went in the pit?
No, I kept the same old tires because
Yes.
they were garbage brand new. They're garbage this way, but at least with them they're a bit
At
settled.
least this way they're more consistent.
Yeah.
What is your average time now that your
Oh,
tires are bald?
19.3. So
Oh,
a
your
full
average
second
time is better
slower.
than mine.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, but you had pedal problems, so you're probably
Yeah.
riding the wall.
At least my brakes aren't screwed up.
So did you just give up because you're trying to adjust everything?
No, I'm still going. I'm on my last lap.
You're
Or
in the pit according to my screen.
nope.
No, I'm serious. You're according to my screen. If everybody looks at the top right, you are in the pit.
Huh, that's weird because I'm finishing my lap. Well, it also
That's
says final lap, and I'm on lap 19, so
yeah. I
I don't
passed you
know.
a few times.
Huh,
Hey,
I
it
don't know.
showed
That's
you up.
weird.
Yeah, it showed you as in the pit the whole time. That was really weird. It's like he's a cheater. We're not gonna let him do anything. All right. Did I get? Oh, I didn't get a clean race. All right. So now we're gonna go and just buy. Do you want medium tires or just softs?
Uh, I guess racing softs.
Okay.
Oops, that's not what I wanted. Close. Options.
Racing soft. They're 40 grand. Just throw that money away. Whatever.
Controller.
Can you believe
steering
40 grand for a
settings.
set of tires? You can. I guess you can use it on any track, but don't forget to close out. So I want to put an asterisk on this because you got the special tires on it. And you shouldn't have done that because I do feel like your special rims and tire combination does give you a little bit of an advantage. I'm just telling the
Yeah.
viewers because I've said that for a
Every
while.
time
and
every
and you
time I
won't-
change it, I like start just completely stomping him.
Yeah, so I feel like we should test that out too. Maybe not for the viewers because they don't care, but I
So
do
we're
feel
doing
like it gives you an
racing
advantage.
soft or medium?
Softs.
Okay.
All right, let's go do a donut to warm up the tires because can't start a race with cold tires.
Without first balding your tires.
That was so much fun when we were kids. Gran Turismo 1, just bald the tires and then start. As soon as your tires are pure red, then you can go.
We did. What are you talking about? We didn't do that when we were kids. We did it.
Oh yeah, we do it recently too, but we started doing it then. Alright, that's enough of that. Oh, I'm almost out of fuel. I better stop. Let's start the race. I realized that I was wasting fuel.
You do much better spins if you don't actually turn the steering wheel all the way.
Well, I can't not turn the steering wheel all the way, so sucks to be me.
Good thing
Guys,
both of the tracks we've done so far are ovals because I updated my firmware and then it's like calibrate your steering wheel. I was like okay, and so I held it roughly close to center, but now it sits like just to the left.
Guys, I need sponsors so I can get steering wheels and keyboards for my setup. I want to race and I want to do it quality. So get me sponsors. Come on, guys, sponsors. What are you doing?
Driving.
Did you go slow on purpose? Because I just took off.
I was used to driving as slow as I needed to for sports tires, and so yeah.
Well, I am on lap 2 and my right front is dead. I mean, there's no more white. Dead.
I still have another lap. Let's see. And I'm gaining on you.
Yeah, I
And
hit the wall.
it is red.
Yeah,
But
so you
I
got
had like another 2 laps out of my tires than you did.
1 to 2. Yeah.
And
Oh, fuel. We gotta pay attention to fuel. I got 3 more laps according to this.
I have 5.
So it's same story, just better grip. Although, and my right tires are completely red now. And you took my
And I
fastest
just
lap.
hit the fastest lap
Yeah.
too. On red tires.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you have better downforce. We should have picked a car with no downforce to see, because you can't mess with downforce. Although these cars
This
are
car
so.
I don't think does have any downforce.
Yeah,
That is like that little baby
let's go
rear
spoiler.
wing, but that doesn't really count. And we
Well,
both have the same settings for that,
yeah.
so it's not like you have more.
True. True.
Something
Now,
I'm kind of curious about is if we put downforce on the car, would me leaving my downforce at minimum and raking the car, and you maximizing your downforce, would we result in the same like downforce coefficient, but me not having the penalties?
I forgot to pit.
So of 2.4 laps more.
So I got 7
Bonk.
laps. Ouch! I got 7 laps without fuel. Or that's not bad, I guess,
8.
considering how fast
Ooh,
I
I
was
got a
going.
penalty.
For rear-ending me.
Yeah, 3 minute or 3
Three.
second. I made.
I was gonna say 3 minute. That's harsh.
That's brutal.
Although you deserved it for how much of a packery you gave me. You destroyed my beautiful blue car. I just recently was editing a daily race, and oh man, I was getting hit by everybody. It was easily the worst race I've ever done. Everybody was hitting me. It was so depressing. Alright, 7.5 laps. So I'm pretty sure that's exactly the same as the other tires. How does that make sense?
Well, the other fuel consumption. Fuel consumption shouldn't really change with tires.
I way more grip. I should be able to get farther with
Well,
less power.
because of it being smooth, technically you'd get less fuel economy because your car's having to overcome more resistance.
Okay. Well, whatever. Um, Dr. Devin speaks again, and I don't care.
I have my
So, yeah.
doctorate in trivia.
Yeah. I guess that's the safest doctor to give you. Don't want you surgically messing with people's brains. Alright, so I'm going around at 17.1, 17.5, so it'll be interesting to see what you can go around at. Be funny if you set another fastest lap.
I set the previous one on bald tires, so shouldn't really change much.
It's also interesting that the times are kind of the same with the garbage tires, if that makes sense to you. The comfort softs, doesn't matter, same times.
Yeah, you'd think it'd be at least a little bit better.
I mean, I got off the line
17.5 is
quicker.
what I'm currently pushing.
17.5, so we're actually comparable on times. Because I'm 17.6, 17.3. 17.3, yeah. Well, 17.29.
17.4.
You're actually losing time to me now. What happened? What did you do? Is your pedals not
I don't.
100%? Look at your pedal down at the middle left, or I'm sorry, middle right, and see if it's full, or if there's still a gap there at the top right.
Oh, there is still a gap. I need to let it below, like reset them to just below max pedal distance. Because now I can't go full throttle.
Which gives me the edge. But I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You can still go farther than me, distance-wise, fuel consumption. Oh, I'm out of fuel again. Which means you're gonna win this time.
Again, because I'm so good at this game.
Yeah, it helps when you have all the downforce illegally. So in the real world, if you had this much downforce because you raked the engine, it would pull the car down and wear out your tires more and cause it to need more fuel to go just as fast as me.
Correct.
In Gran Turismo 7
And my top
world,
speed would be lower as well.
Yeah, and in
Which
Gran
we did
Turismo
find that
world,
the top speed was slightly lower, but not much.
no, it wasn't enough to really make a difference. And in Gran Turismo world, it makes no difference. You get better
It
fuel
actually helps
consumption,
me.
you get better tire wear, and you get faster laps because you don't have to slow down as much around turns. So my conclusion is, rake your cars to the best of your abilities and beat your friends on multiplayer, because I wonder if we should test this out in campaign mode, because that would be so much fun to just rake the hell out of the car and then whoop everybody by 4 minutes. We should tie it on the $500,000 track, because that would definitely give you better downforce to win and not affect anything.
The $500,000 track?
Yeah, the
Oh,
one. Yeah, in
um,
campaign mode. Ooh, I got a clean race bonus.
the reason why I don't do that is because of the way the settings are on that. The car already has a ton of downforce because it's the even with it turned like all the way down, it's still way more than what you could get out of raking the car. It
Well, this
might give
is.
you a little bit of like because it's already minned, and
I just
at
figure
best
more.
you'll get
I
like a
just
little
figure
bit
more.
better time through those windy turns, but it wouldn't change much.
I just figured more grip so that I could get a better chance at getting a clean race.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't know. I don't think it'll change your
look,
chances.
look at that. The best laps. If you go and look at the standings, the best laps are only 1/10 off. That's the first time it's been that close. So it must be. You just weren't. Oh, it's your pedals. That's why.
Hey guys, this is Drew the next day. As you could see, we were playing with some Rake and some multiplayer. However, I decided today I've been struggling with these races a little bit on campaign mode. So I thought, well, I need to try this raking thing to see if campaign mode will give me a little bit of an edge so that I can have a better time. In this lightweight K Cup, I am restricted to 400 performance points, and I can only use comfort soft tires. One of my biggest downfalls is on really bad tires. I struggle to compete with the AI. So if this raking thing will work, give me a little bit more of an edge and more grip without losing performance points. So I did a race before just to try it, and I was amazed at the results. So I'm kind of showing you guys what I did. We aren't going to go through the race again, but I'm going to show you my settings. We come in here, I have comfort softs. I'm going to put the front end to 100, 10 millimeters above. Normally I have it at 5. And then I'm going to put the rear maxed out at 180. And the reason for this is the front end comes and touches the ground, so it messes with the way everything works. So I found going that little bit more on the front helps out drastically. The rest of the settings don't matter. When you do rake the car this much, the performance points don't move at all. So it gives you more performance without losing performance points or requiring to drop down performance points in other places. So I just wanted you to see how silly this car looks. However, I was getting 10th, 9th in this race, and once I did this, I easily stormed to the front because I had that extra grip to give me confidence in braking and turning. I could take the turns far faster. So if you're struggling to win campaign mode races, I highly suggest you try this out. It makes it so much easier.
Because you didn't have
Yeah,
full
thanks
throttle.
for reminding me because I have to go fix the max
Well, this has
throttle.
been episode 10 of Short Circuit. Thanks for hanging around. Your host, Drew. This is my
And I
co-host,
and I'm Devin.
Devin. Let us know what you think in the comments below. If we're all full of baloney and we're just wasting your time, thanks for stopping by anyway and watching the video. Anything to add, Devin?
Give us money.